Hello YouTube Infinite Magic Array community, Gandalf here. Uh, we are in the Chinese, we're in the event dungeon here. We're gonna try to speed run this, but uh, these are puzzles that I absolutely dread. Um, there is a way to do it um, in a relatively efficient manner. But first thing you need to do is quickly clear all the monster camps here to so that you can see the puzzles and the corresponding icon. Basically, you need to move these things around and get the icon to the square it's next to. So in this particular case, what you want to do is you want to shuffle the order of things. And the way you want to do that is you can keep the respective order, but you want to just move the one that you want to change order kind of out of the way a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just move this one to the left, move this one down, because the idea here is I just want to move it kind of out of the way. Okay, and I kind of want to preserve the general direction of things here. So that's out of the way, right? So the order where we want is still, we want to find a way to put, basically we're going to rotate these in a circle, but we want to insert the other one back um, once the fire is in the corresponding spot. So let's just rotate them all the way around. Fire is going to go here, fire is going to go here, just down, left. Okay, at this point, um, now we can insert this one into the shape, and we just need to back it out, back the fire out, because now we kind of, by doing this, right, we essentially allow the fire and the thing to exchange places. Now we just need everything moved over. So you saw the key there was to kind of, move the piece you want to move, the diamond, off onto the side, then you get fire into that spot. So now what I'm going to do is just simply shift up, because I need to now allow the fire to get back in. Because what I've done here is got this little wing, or I guess the swift speed symbol down, out of the way, right? So I'm just changing this on the order. So understanding this mechanic is key, because you're going to be doing this a lot for the rest of the puzzles. Okay, so we got the first one out of the way. Um, and we are going to just beat that, collect the last chest, skip, back, and collect the final chest. All right, we got the first one done. Victory. Okay, attack on the monster in the end. Second chest. Okay, so now the second one is all about crackers. And this one I think is the one where there's firecrackers we have to pick up. But I think we need to I think, what do we have to do? I think we have to lower each time you move the festive good chest, right? We'll move towards the chest one. Every 3 moves it makes, a release under which stats you're unable to move, battle, or move the chest. So the idea is you have to I think move the chest to the places where he needs to go. So for example, he's moving ahead, right? So we need to push these chests, I think. So it's about pushing it softly, and then push these chests to the respective locations, I think. Um, and when you reverse the good back to their status for 3 times in a row, so reverse to the status before the stun. So I think the idea here is you need to push this chest to where? To all the way around, right? You need to pick up the firecrackers and move the chest over here for it to work. So let's get to it. So I think if you move just slightly, it moves 1 square. And if you push it hard, it moves 3 squares, right? So let's push it hard. Oh my. So it moves. So under chaos status, what does it say? You can restore it, right? So reverse back to their status up to 3 times in a row before this move. Okay, so we got to be careful when we want to use those. The idea here is we want to push it through this side. So obviously we want to push once, then over. So hard, soft, and then push to get it into this spot, and then we'll break through there. Okay. So we'll kill the second. Consider restoring. So we got to be very efficient with these, right? Because it literally is trying to chase you behind you. So we're gonna slightly move it slightly. Oh, okay. The hard push is considered has a 3-turn cooldown. I don't think I can push it hard though. If I push it hard, um, I think it will take it too far. So I'm gonna have to push it slightly. One, slightly. But that's good, right? Now I'm properly lined up to this empty spot. So I'm gonna be able to just push it straight through. Hmm. So what you want is you probably want the chest to be right here to push it right through down diagonally to here. If you don't push, if it doesn't land here, that ends up in a wrong spot. That's not good. And you do want to clear this camp first before you push. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of stuck there. Now you want to make sure it lands exactly here for one final push over. But for all intensive purposes, I think let's just read it carefully, right? When you push, it moves the 4x4 grid, so just count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's exactly where I want it. So push it hard. Okay. So let's push it slightly. 1, 2, slightly, and I need it slightly one more time. Slightly. Okay, good. And now I want to push it this way. Now, if I push it too hard, that's a problem. If I push it too hard, I think it'll go over here, right? So we're going to just push it softly 3 times. Slightly. 1, 2, and 3. Ta-da! All right, and we are 1 chest away. Let's kill that. Okay, we'll quickly defeat Paul in. And we collect the last chest, and we are mission accomplished. Okay, so we are 8 minutes into the video, and we finished the first 2. CO the 4 Divine Beasts. So if I remember correctly, this is where we have the super annoying puzzles, and we have 4 different puzzles to solve. Okay. The other one means you have to step in a particular sequence. It is one of these ones that gets a little bit more tricky and annoying. So we got 4 of these, 2 of these puzzles to solve, and 2 of the stepping ones. All right, let's get right onto it. Let's start with this one. So quickly, let's unlock it. So the concept with this one is, again, you're rotating through. You're going to be cycling it through, and you want to move the one that you need to move off to the side so that you can get everything into the right sequence here. Okay. Okay, we have the first one, but we need to get all of these in the right squares to to move it. So let's try to get the order. So the order needs to be fire, so moon, fire, earth, then this one, then diamond. So there's a couple pieces we kind of have to, there's an opportunity for you to cycle it in, and then you just need to kind of make sure they kind of join at the right spot. So for example, I think everything is almost in the right order. We just need to make sure that we insert this diamond one at the just the right spot. Okay, so everything is right. We just need to make sure we cycle it at the right spot. And what we're going to do is just simply move everything just by one square so that you can take it out. Oh, great. So the idea, if I put it in here, I need to somehow create the space for everyone to take one square back. Okay. The way I'm going to do that, oh, great. The way I'm going to do that is somehow we have to remember the last thing is this piece needs to be here to go back here, okay? Because that's probably the piece that needs to move in, and this piece needs to kind of move in over as one of the last step as well. So first, let's get, we need probably this shape, this B shape, um, down in the bottom corner, and we also need this shape over here. So that's kind of our strategy. So in order for us to move it like that, we need to we simply just need to get it out first. Okay, so we're gonna move it over here, move it to the right, move it to the right one more time. So let's at least, because you can't have all six in the circle shape, right? So we're just gonna move it out first. Okay, so now we kind of have the space to move around a bit. So now we kind of move it here. Yep, up. So everybody now can just now gently move over, up, to the right, to the right, and I think that's correct, right? Everybody's in the right square. Yes, it's unlocked, so we can go for the chest. Okay, so first puzzle done. Let's go do our second puzzle. So for these ones, we just need to make sure we step in a particular sequence, and I think the guide tells you. So it's fire, fire leaf, S, fire leaf S. So fire, leaf S, fire, leaf. Now, if we have to think about it, we need to end at a place where we can actually see this box. So we need to go. Well, what are we on? Shoot. Fire leaf S, fire leaf. Okay, the next one needs to be S, right? So fire leaf S. So going this way probably doesn't make sense, does it? Fire leaf S. Okay. So fire leaf S, fire leaf S, fire leaf S, fire leaf S. Okay. Okay, fine. I had to pick up a chest. Okay, fire leaf S, 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 fire leaf S. All right. Okay, it's cleared. So maybe we should have, what I should have done is I should have cleared it first, and then and then went back and picked up the chest. Anyways, what do these things do? I can't press it anymore. Oh well, maybe that's for resetting. I don't know. I will never be able to figure out because it says unreachable. Okay, let's just quickly do the bottom one, and then we'll finish off with the puzzles on top. Okay, so over here, the shape is, okay, square C speed, or speed square C, speed. Okay, so what you want to do is you got to somehow find a way into the corner. So, okay, speed C, speed square C, speed square C, speed square C. There you go. Quickly solved. Okay. All right, we are on to the last one. Now, monster level scaling, not that big of an issue. I mean, wasn't as bad as the Christmas one where you saw like level 300 or something that you needed um, like buffs to beat. I think this was also immediately after the feedback, which they then fixed accordingly. Okay, so now we see the different icons. The painful one is you have the furthest one here that you need to move all the way over here. So um, in something like this, the strategy always is just simply let's deal with the one that we kind of have to move the furthest somehow. Okay, so obviously you can't move it all the way, so that just means you need to just get stuff out of the way first, okay? Because once you have it out of the way, you don't have to worry about it too much. Okay, I got to be careful because that leaf one has to make it all the way back here too. So that S needs to somehow get out. So there's a lot of just simply, the strategy with this one is simply, okay, let's just, get the furthest ones out to where they need to be at, and leverage the spot on the end here on both sides to allow you to do these swaps. You essentially want to just move this stuff out of the way. Okay, so first, and once they're out of the way, you kind of don't have to worry too much about it. So C is in the right spot. Let's get this S into the right spot. Then we don't have to worry about it. Okay. The next thing you need to do is somehow create the space, okay, so that you can get this leaf over here, because the idea is the leaf has to somehow land over here because that's the step where it needs to go afterwards. So let's figure out how we can get the leaf to that square. Which is kind of harsh because you kind of need to so again, the idea is you have to use the end square here as a spot, because normally when you look at it, you're like, oh, I can't do that. There's not enough squares. You can. You just need to move things one at a time. Okay. Because you can only move one over at a time. So you can see I'm using the square on top here to kind of be a temporate placeholder for the leaf, just so that I can get all the extra junk off onto the side, out of the way, so the leaf can go around. Okay, so you can see this square, okay, this square where the leaf is on right now is kind of the temporary holding spot, allowing you to use this leaf and the top one over here as the node, kind of a node where you kind of allow you to kind of swap the two pieces. Okay, now if you're having trouble, you can always rewatch this video or watch it on a slower speed. See, what I'm doing now is I need to get the leaf to the right spot, right? Sorry, the S to the right spot. So S needs to be over there. So this leaf has to the speed one has to get out of the way for the S to get back into where it needs to be at. But I already kind of got all the pieces to where it needs to be at already. Okay. And now I get this one out, left. I get this one out to the right. Okay, finally, this one goes to the right and this one goes down. And ta-da, we're done. Okay, go fight the last boss here. Pick up the chest. I think we missed a chest somewhere, so let's quickly see where it's at. They say the Nian is solved. Yes, the Nian is sealed. It's unreachable. Oh, there we go. Here's the final one. Ta-da. Okay, and we'll just quickly skip, and there you go. We got our Wukong. So hopefully 20 minutes. This guy was very helpful for you. Wukong is here. Time to check out his kit, check out his exclusives. Let's test him out. All right, looks like he has, cleanse capabilities. Um, wow, extra self crit rate. Well, that's gonna make him easy to build. Extra effective res. Wow. Okay, so he's gonna have a hard time. He's gonna increase the team tenacity, so he looks like he's gonna buff and support. He's gonna have HP up and skill damage up. A little power of Dharma. Okay, well, we'll go more into Wukong later in another separate video, but he looks pretty strong, and they haven't disappointed. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are new player, who are just starting out this week, there is the buff, right? You can spend a little bit of gem to buy the buffs you need, just in case if you're having too much trouble with the monster camps. But there you have it. Hopefully that was very helpful for you. Hopefully all of you can get your Wukong right away because he looks like a relatively strong hero. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. Gandalf out.